What's going on, guys? Welcome to Fantasy Smack Talk. I'm Dustin. I'm sitting here with Nameco. We're heading into week 4 of the NBA. It's a great time to try to get some trades done and take advantage of some people panicking over some numbers that they shouldn't be panicking over. Let's start with some buy low guys. We think these are all guys that you can get cheap right now that are going to help your teams later on. First is Nate Robinson. He got off to a slow start, then he had the injury, but we fully expect him to go back to what the numbers he was putting up towards the end of last year. Moving down, we got Gasol. There's been so many conflicting reports about how long he could be out. His owners could be ready to just get rid of the headache and get a healthy player. So see if you can get him cheap. Next, we got Troy Murphy. Great source of threes out of your power forward. And he's had a double-double, average a double-double each of the last 2 years. He's been banged up, hasn't been himself, but we expect him to fully turn it around. Moving down, we got Beatrins. He's been banged up as well, has not been putting up normal numbers for him, but look for him to turn it around as well.
Alright, next is a couple guys you should be selling high, and the first one's Chris Kaman. He's always an injury risk, but right now he's healthy and playing out of his mind. Deal him before he goes down. Then you have Manu Ginobili, Parker, Duncan both out. His numbers are crazy high right now. If you can sell him at his peak, do that. Then we have two Bulls, Deng and Noah. Luol Deng's averaging almost 20 points and 10 boards. I highly doubt that's going to happen for the whole year. And Noah, I mean, let's be honest, dude, there's no way he's going to keep this up. And Thomas
it's Noah.
Yeah, ugly man, that guy. And, no offense, next is Larry Hughes, and he's last on our list. Larry Hughes is an up-and-down, streaky type player. Like Dustin said earlier, Nate Robinson's been out. That's part of the reason he's getting so many minutes. I can sell him while he's on a peak right now because he's going to hit a valley pretty soon.
Alright, now let's get into the guys that we think you should be adding onto your teams. Let's start with guys we think are must-adds in all leagues, and we start with Thaddeus Young. We were really high on him coming into the season, and you're seeing why now. The guy's been playing amazing last few games, only on the 71% of leagues. Huge upside here. Next is Roy Hibbert. It looks like he's going to be a double-double guy with maybe 2 or 3 blocks a game. We think he's going to keep this up for the rest of the year. Feel confident, and go ahead and add him. And also Brendan Haywood, another probably double-double guy with 2 or 3 blocks a game. He's been playing really well lately. Both of these two centers are only owned in about 65% of leagues. If you're looking for a center, we really like these two guys for role player rebounds and blocks. And the last must-add we have is Rodney Stuckey. He's going to be getting a ton of minutes, and we really think he's going to fill up the stat line all the way across. If you're at all looking for a point guard, we really like Stuckey.
Alright, here's some guys you should be adding in the deeper leagues. The first one is Carl Landry. He's only owned in about 40% of leagues, but he's been filling up the stat sheet with points and a ton of rebounds. Next is Azubuike, owned in 44% of leagues. I know it's the crazy Nelly system, but he's getting a ton of minutes out there because Nelly's starting all, shooting guards and point guards, obviously. And next we have Raja Bell, owned in 14% of leagues, a Larry Brown favorite for the Bobcats. He's going to be a good source of threes, and he plays enough minutes to get you a bunch of other just stuff. And last on this list is Bino out there for the Kings. Kevin Martin's out, so if you're in one of those leagues where you can pick up and play people, he's a short-term type value.
Well, short-term for 7 more weeks.
he's a medium range.
He'll be good for 7 more weeks until Kevin Martin comes back. And we do have all of the teams that are playing 4 games, 2 games, and 3 games. That'll be included on this post for the Week 4 NBA. That'll be on the homepage on FantasySmackTalk.com. That's it for this week. I'm Dustin. This is Brent. We'll see you in the forums.
Kevin Martin is always hurt.
He loves hurting himself.
God.